What's up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. Before we get into some hip-hop talk, this episode is brought to you by Laidback TV, okay? Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, so you can watch all your UFC and boxing events that are going down this weekend, just like you did last weekend, okay? Every HBO, multiple languages. You can check all the information on laidbacktv.com. And if you have specific questions, you can go on their Instagram for official_laidbacktv. That's their IG, okay? And you can go on your Apple Store, get it on your iPhones, and your Play Stores or your Androids, in case you want to take it mobile. Or you can have it on your Fire Stick, so you can stay at home and chill. Netflix and chill, or lay back in TV and chill. Let you be to think of that. Back to some hip-hop talk, baby. Whoa! Okay. This is probably going to sound like a fucking rant. First things first. The documentary and soundtrack for the film Stands by Eminem came out. I believe it's on Paramount Plus now. And there was so much speculation on what was going to be on the soundtrack. Not about what was going to be on the documentary. It was what was going to be on the soundtrack. I saw tracks that were unreleased. The Hail Mary, like Tupac's beat for Hail Mary, the song that Eminem did with 50 Cent and Busta Rhymes, that was on a mock track list. Syllables, a track that Eminem did with Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Stack Quo, Cassius. Damn, I was really upset that song wasn't on there, because it was actually pretty fucking dope. Apparently it was either going to be on an album called King Mathers for Eminem, or the album that never saw daylight, even 20 years later, Detox by Dr. Dre. I saw another playlist that had the track Bully, that came out around the time of Encore. Apparently it was supposed to be on Encore. It was a diss to Ja Rule and Benzino and so forth. Soundtrack came out. None of that shit was on it. Damn, you fucked up again, bro. I don't know. I think, now that Eminem's kids are all grown, getting married, having kids, doing their thing, I think Eminem is not at a position where he really cares about his position in hip-hop anymore. I mean, I personally saw it with the album Death of Slim Shady. I mean, I was only feeling like 6 songs out of that shit. Eminem is at a point right now where he don't owe us shit, okay? He gave us a great soundtrack called 8 Mile, a great movie called 8 Mile. I mean, all these albums, you take it all the way from Slim Shady LP all the way to fucking Death of Slim Shady, albums they didn't like Revival or Encore. No, I'm sorry, Relapse. I mean, to me, I think he has, if I'm not mistaken, I would say he has 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I would say he has, you can make an argument for 5 classic albums. But if I had to take 3 classic albums, I would say in this order, yes, in this order, the Eminem Show is number 1, the Marshall Mathers LP is number 2, MMLP, and number 3 will be Recovery. These are the classics. And if I had to add 2 more, I would give it to Encore, and I would give it to MMLP Part 2, Marshall Mathers LP 2. But he don't owe us shit. You know what I mean? He's still a dad. He's a granddad now. You know what I'm saying? Living his life. He doesn't owe us shit. Personally, I think that since you don't owe us shit, we should have at least gotten the unreleased records just for shits and giggles. Why keep them like like in solitude in a fucking database or floppy disk or a fucking laptop that was basically back in the 20 years ago, you know what I mean? A hard drive. Like, why do this? You know what I'm saying? Because in the end of the day, if you want to release Bully, you still in not good terms with Ja Rule and Benzino. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? You threw jabs at Benzino over the years, you know, even the last 2-3 years, you know. I think you could have gave us that. I think you could have gave us, you know, the Syllables track. You know, you're still in good terms with Dre, obviously, and 50. Jay-Z, like, why the fuck not? You know, I believe you're still in good terms with him. He wouldn't mind, I don't think. Probably have to work out deals with Stat Quo and Cassius. You know, I guess they're doing their thing elsewhere. Hell, shit, man. The Hail Mary joint, why not? Why not? There's so many records that you held, like, let them see the light of day. Put them on DSPs. To put a song called, everybody look at me, or everybody's looking at me, or whatever the fuck that joint is. Apparently, this joint is, if you're a fan of the Eminem show, like I am, I'm a diehard fan of the Eminem show. I could even tell you where I was when I first heard it. I heard the bootleg. I completely listened to the entire album on bootleg, gave back the album that I got it from, and then bought the fucking album at Target. You know what I'm saying? Because back then I like to, you know, with CDs I like to read the books. You know what I'm saying? You know, who produced it, who wrote it, what's the publishing company, who they're thanking. You know what I'm saying? Where they recorded it. You know, shit like that. Who's the features on the album, what labels they're signed to. These are the things I like to read. And apparently we were gifted a little bit more on that. All the lyrics for every joint was on the booklet. All the lyrics, whether if it was White America, Business, Cleaning Up My Closet, Without Me, Soldier, let me see, Haley's song, Say What You Say with Dr. Dre, Till I Collapse, you know, with Nate Dogg, rest in peace. My Dad's Gone Crazy with Haley Jade. You know, all the lyrics were on there. You know what I'm saying? But before you get to the track, on one of my favorite tracks on the album, Soldier, there's a skit on there called The Kiss, where Eminem is, I guess, catching, you know, a particular female companion kissing another dude, and he just loses his shit. But he pulls up with his homie, you know what I'm saying, when he pulls up with a gun, and you can hear the music in the background. Apparently this is the joint that was playing in the background. Never got released ever since 2002. Never got released. He released it now. And when I hear the track, I'm like, okay, I can hear the flow he was on. You know what I'm saying? I can hear the flow he was on. It does sound like the Eminem show era. The beat sounds like it didn't belong on the fucking album, which, good thing he never did. I mean, that particular beat sounds like it should have been on Encore instead. Just saying. But it's like, it's the selfishness, bro. It's the selfishness. You gave us an album like that last year. You know, you gave us Curtain Call 2 before that. You giving us the anniversary of Marshall Mathers LP, anniversary of Eminem show, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get damn. Now that I think about it, we didn't even get an anniversary project for Encore. The anniversary for Encore, it just dawned on me. The anniversary for Encore was last November. That was the 20-year anniversary of Encore. Damn, that's fucked up. I mean, this year is the anniversary of Curtain Call. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just a little selfish, bro. You know, you could have gave us all these joints that we never got to see the light of day. Why not? Why not? I mean, you're still gonna go on tour and make plenty of money. You could make another album. Hell, you're not even giving us a fucking Bad Meets Evil 2 album. Why not? But I'm only assuming, because I don't know if you were in the lab with Royce the 5'9" himself. You know what I'm saying? I hope you are. I hope we can get a Bad Meets Evil now. You know what I'm saying? That you would produce records and Royce da 5'9", now he's producing records. Why the fuck not? It's not like we're going to get a Slaughterhouse album. It's not like we're going to get a Shady 3.0 album. It would have been perfect, but that's just me. But thanks, Em, I guess. Let me see. So Snoop Dogg went with his grandkid to go watch the movie Lightyear not too long ago, I guess, or whenever it was, right? And in the movie, the lead actress who played the voice, I think is Keke Palmer. Turns out that she had a wife or a girlfriend, and they had a baby, basically, right? And Snoop Dogg's kid asked the question. You know what I mean? The pretty much the obvious question, the elephant in the room question. You know, how these two women had a kid. And, you know, Snoop basically, you know, thought to himself, like, I just came to watch the goddamn movie. I did not come for this shit. Why I gotta answer this question? You know, and, you know, he spoke on it, and, you know, he's getting backlash, I guess, from certain people or whatnot. What I hear about it is, you know what I mean, he got placed in a position. You know what I'm saying? Is it his position to inform his grandchild? You know what I mean? Like, these are two lesbians. They probably had a surrogate, or they probably adopted or whatever. That's his grandkid. Technically, he ain't the primary parent. That's his kid's kid. You know what I'm saying? So if his kid's kid, the actual father and the mother, want to explain, that is in their fucking right to do so. That's not Snoop Dogg's job. If he wants to, he could. Now, that's just my perspective of what happened. Now, can he, does he, you know, I feel like the only thing he didn't think too directly with was, you know, going in public and you know, and speaking on this, because you know you're gonna get backlash from the LGBTQ community and everything like that. You're gonna, you know, that community, they don't, you know, they won't shut the fuck up. They're gonna say what they gotta say. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna speak their mind. They're gonna speak their opinions. So maybe he should have thought a little correctly when he did that. But you know, Snoop comes from an era where we don't give a fuck. We're gonna speak what we speak. You got a problem with it? Fuck you. You don't? Have a good day. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. So this is not, this is, if I gotta be totally transparent, I'm on Snoop's side. Now I'm not being biased, because I've been a fan of Snoop ever since, you know, day one. I'm being directly defending him because of the simple fact I was in that position, not as a grandparent, but as a fucking parent. Okay, I took my kid to watch that movie. My kid wanted to see it. Okay, they came out with, you know, Toy Story and the Buzz Lightyear character and everything like that. But now they're gonna do with the actual story of Lightyear for Buzz Lightyear. Okay, all right, cool. I'm interested. Toy Story 1 is my fucking era. My kid didn't come around until, I believe, Toy Story 3, I think. And those are big windows behind, because Toy Story 1 is from the late 90s. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, I came out that same fucking position. Like, I took my kid to watch Lightyear. I can speak on this because it happened to me. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, I watched the whole fucking movie. Now, here's the details they're not fucking telling you, because they're fucking ignorant. Alright? Ignorant motherfuckers who don't fucking do your due diligence and your research before you assume something that Snoop said and take it a different direction. Okay? He didn't want to get placed in a position. If you listen to it, and if you watch the movie, you would know that this moment where you see the actual woman in the movie have a wife and a child was the end of the fucking movie. So we watched the entire fucking movie. No one said shit that she was a lesbian. No one said shit that she like women. No one said shit that she will have a kid, but it's only with the woman. Nobody said shit in the movie. Disney did not put that in the fucking script. Okay? He did it. He did it. They did it. Did they need to? Probably not. Because they probably didn't think they were going to have some backlash behind it. So, we acting like we didn't fucking, we didn't like we knew this was going to happen? No. At the end of the movie, everybody has a fucking happily ever after moment. And they didn't say shit. They didn't say that character was going back to her wife or her girlfriend or anything. It just showed her with the woman, hugged up, no kiss, with the kid. They painted the picture for you so you could figure out what the hell they're doing. They didn't fucking say it. That's what I'm saying. They didn't say it. They just painted the picture so you can figure out on your own. So when I'm sitting there with my kid, I figured it out. But at the time, my kid was a little younger, so I looked at her. I'm like, she looks confused. She didn't ask the question like Snoop's grandkid did. So I was like, okay, I dodged the fucking bullet. I didn't have to explain. But y'all acting like it was, the narrative of the story was that. No, they didn't make it about that. You know what I'm saying? Is it Disney's fault? Yes, 100%. Because they thought they can slide some fucking lesbian shit in there and not even explain it. You're just throwing it on the parents to fucking explain the story you fucking wrote and put on a film. So this falls on Disney. This doesn't fall on Snoop. Do your fucking research and think about it before you fucking talk some shit. Moving on. Drake and Bobbi Althoff. First of all, let me get on Bobbi. Bobbi, you fucking retired. This is a really good podcast. What's the name of your shit? Now you're coming back with not this again. Why did you retire? Did you see somebody do a retirement once and then come back? Are you ripping off Jay-Z? Because you're not Jay-Z. And your biggest fucking interview is Drake. Okay? It was the first one and now it's the second one. Apparently they had a falling off. He made her take off the fucking episode because nobody knew what the fuck was happening. He blocked her ass on IG, on text and everything. Somehow they made a rehash moment. Do another interview with his cameras, not hers. He's just allowing her to put it on her channel. And he's on that fucking episode talking like a fucking white nerd. I'm starting to be confused on, okay, Drake's dad's black. His mom's Jewish. And he's from Canada. Okay. Got it. So you get to go on LeBron James's, at the time, I forgot his show that was on HBO, and sit talk your shit, after the beef, in the battle with Pusha T. Now you're on here, but you were talking black on here, and now you're talking white. He just sounds white. He sounds white. He's trying to talk tough. It just sounds weird. Is he sounding like he has a midlife crisis? Maybe he has an early age. He's not even 40 yet. It just sounds weird. You need to stop. You need to fucking stop. I don't even take him seriously no more. And I know everybody's like, oh shit, he's giving Bobby the interview. He's not giving his boy Academics the interview. He's not giving his boy Maul from Roy and Maul. Or hell, he's not even going on Joe Budden because he's not invited over there. He's not going on No Jumper with Adam and Wack. You know what I mean? Like, is it safe to be anywhere? Like, go on some media. Now, I do believe Drake is one fucked up nigga or white boy for going on Aiden Ross stream and not giving Academics the stream. But I can see it both ways. You go on Academics and you're going to get some biased moment. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But what the fuck is Aiden Ross in hip hop? You know what I'm saying? He's just a motherfucker who talks shit and, try to back up and eat the ass of Neon and shit like that. It's just a little weird. And then I was told that Kai Cenat doesn't even fuck with him like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't look at who the top 3. I look at who the top 2 in the game. As far as streamers go. And I know it's Kai and I know it's iShowSpeed. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Maybe you can add a Aiden Ross, but after the racist shit with Neon, he's not even in the picture no more. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to make people forget he was racist by fucking going on dates with random women who basically are out of his fucking league. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand why Drake feels a little comfortable to be with Bobbi. You know what I mean? She's an innocent little white girl who basically knows jack shit about hip-hop. She ain't gonna ask him the tough questions, just the jokey joke questions. Did you get a BBL? Did you get surgery on your abs? Shit like that. Really? Okay. I mean, Drake is gonna play it safe. Now, some people think he's gonna do some hip hop media when his album Iceman comes out. Well, I think he ain't gonna do shit unless he can control the narrative. He ain't gonna do neither of that shit. That's just me. I don't see it. But I could be wrong. Drake, you need to stop with this bullshit, bro. You know what I mean? I guess your little episodes of Iceman are pretty funny. I think they're funny. But that's it. But do I take your album Iceman seriously for the sake of that? No, I don't. I mean, what did I miss? I mean, cool record, I guess. Just shows that you're bitter. You're still talking about shit from last year. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? Which one? With Central C, I think it was pretty catchy. You know what I'm saying? Catchy beat, all of that. It just seemed like you were trying to, recapture lightning in a bottle like you did with One Dance. You're not making another One Dance. I'm sorry. I still don't take Iceman the album serious. I don't know if you're going hip hop or I don't even know if you're going pop. Well, I know where you should go. You should go pop. Give us the records, you gave us the Nokias. Personally, I think Nokia was a trash-ass record, but it worked for you. It was number 1. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, no. This rap shit, no. Because in the end of the day, nobody takes you seriously in hip-hop anymore. That's just my opinion. Okay? You can take it, or you can go fuck yourself. All right? I'm your boy, Eddie Jackson. This is Drop That Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe. You already know what the fuck to do. If y'all want to comment, because you're fucking haters, be my guest. But just so you know, I have no fucking filter. Y'all be cool. Peace.